I'm gonna share this or this. That is typical of the cappuccinos. Go back. Coffee. So my dad used to work in this building. There were like offices and stuff. And a brief period of time he worked there. Something about anti-corruption organization or whatever. And sometimes I used to go there and visit him. And that was the time when I got my first computer. And there was this guy who was teaching some classes how to use like Microsoft documents and Word documents and stuff. So yeah, I used to go there and take classes. But to be honest, I didn't really need classes because it was so obvious and I knew I could understand like basic instructions and stuff and like I could pretty much. But it was nice to socialize. Like this teacher was maybe like 5-6 years older than me and he was pretty cute. So yeah, we became friends and stuff, so you know, it was nice to go there sometimes. But nothing romantic or anything. So because of this huge monster is being built, you cannot walk normally. Great. So yeah, this was a shop where some bathroom items used to be sold, but it seems like now it's closed. And this is my 5th apartment where I used to live. Yeah, interesting neighborhood. And yeah, this is a stadium. And I think like first floor it was either this one or this one, like either of them. Probably it's closed. I cannot really enter. Yeah, I need a password. So I think it was that one. And guess what? My parents continued fighting with each other in this building too, and at night yeah, like it was like screaming and like cursing each other and stuff. So yeah, it was interesting experience. And then there was this like neighbor, the guy who same age as me, and he kind of, I don't know, learned about my crazy family and situation and stuff, and he was kind of trying to be nice with me and polite, and he seemed to be understand my situation. So yeah, it was one positive moments. At some point, so behind this building there is the stadium, and once we stayed until very late there, looking at the stars, whatever, like laying on the stadium artificial grass. It was kind of cute. Nothing really like romantic or anything, but it was kind of cute, friendly moments that we had. And later in life, maybe, I don't know, 7 years later, that time I had like my best friend during that time, and it turned out that she knew this guy. And on the birthday party, this guy arrived, and it was so awkward. I was so shy because he knew everything about my like crazy fucking family and stuff. So it was awkward, but it was nice. It was okay. So now we are going to another street, like close by street. And I will show you my first job that I started, because I dropped my fucking jacket. I'm carrying lots of stuff because it's hot and I peeled off everything. Good job, off-road car. Good job. Nice. Ooh. So we are approaching my first job ever. This is like a little park here, which is dedicated to Georgian language. It says Aiia. It says the earth is turning around with love, and our earth is bright with the sun and the moon, which is a book itself, where there is lots of little tales, alive tales by Godard Chokhane. And these alive tales are us human beings. And the one who serves their country, if his family name is not noble, he's still a noble because he serves his country. And there is this statue, a kid sitting on the books, and huge books, and reading a book. And here's this little box. Last time I was here, there were some books, so you can just leave books here, or take some books, and it's like exchange. People do this exchange, like take the book and then read it and then bring it back and share it. So as you remember, like this our language, Georgian language, several times it was under threat, so that we would lose it because we were under Russian Empire and everything was in Russia. So yeah, we needed that special messages or campaigns from writers, from poets, to remind us that our whole identity is based on our language, Georgian language, and not to lose it, no matter how strong other countries' influence is. Okay, so we arrived. This is the place, which used to be. It's still a cafe, but I think it's Mexican cafe now. But around 2009 and 10, here was this cafe called Acid Bar. So yeah, here it was written with the huge letters Acid Bar. And I used to work here as a waiter, and it was an interesting experience for me. I got to meet lots of people and adapting on a working environment. I had a manager, he was really nice, and other coworkers. So it was a completely different world that I discovered. And I could earn my own money from my own labor. But during those days, it was not a normal thing when an 18-year-old person worked in Georgia. It's not normal. You don't really leave your family house when you turn 18 right away. I mean, right now, slowly, it's becoming reality and normal, slowly. But back in the days, no. So when I got my first job, and then I moved out from that house because I used to have fights with my parents, and so yeah, I wanted to live alone, and I just moved out. And yeah, having my own money really helped me to do that. So it's really memorable for me. I wish that here was the same cafe, but it's still good that this place exists and there is still like a cafe thing here. So when I moved from this apartment to another apartment, basically in the sixth apartment, I had flatmates there. The landlord was also living there, and one of my flatmates was adorable Indian girl. And it was so interesting to have conversations with her because she would share so many stuff about her culture, religion, and she had this little statues of Shiva, and she was so close to me, like I could feel her, like we could understand each other so well. She was studying in the medical university, and so yeah. It was a huge discovery for me at the age of 18 that like two people, completely different upbringing, background, religion, culture, and we were just girls, and we could just understand each other so well, and it was so comfortable communication with her, and she would make some delicious food, and like yeah, this exchange was really good, and this openness from both sides, and yeah, it was amazing experience. Although like our landlord was like there was a couple, and the man was kind of sus, and I didn't like him because like he was sometimes too curious about our lives and stuff, and he really wanted to hang out with us, with I don't know, students and young people. So yeah, he was a little bit creep, but I'm glad that nothing nothing serious happened. This building is also interesting. This is archive, Georgian archive, so lots of important and interesting documentations from the past are being kept there. Sometimes there are some exhibitions and maybe we could go there sometimes. Barbie girls. The street's name is Apt.N5 Avenue, which means Beijing Avenue. I have no clue about the history of this, of the name of it. But yeah, this district is Saburtalo, and I used to hang around this area a lot. So when I got my own independence, when I had my own income, so I had new friends, and we would just like sometimes after work we would just hang around and go into some random places. And one time we got beers from the store and basically got drunk in a closed McDonald's area where there's like outdoor area with a chairs and table. It was very memorable, like at 3 a.m. sitting in the McDonald's outdoor area and getting very, very drunk. Yeah, I just find it very interesting. Humans interacting with humanoid objects. Now we'll have to cross the street because I'm gonna show you another spot that I used to hang with my cousin because she lived here. And she had really cozy apartment and nice yard, and I really had a good time there. And she had all lots of Kinder Surprise little toys, penguins, and also hippos and sharks. Okay. This person was sitting there and just saying, "Oh my love, oh my life." I don't know to whom though. Hello, Ethan. Why you are so cute? Why you are so cute? Can I hello, can I pet you? Oh, hi. Usually I'm allergic on cats. I shouldn't be touching her or him, but so cute. Lovely. Hi. So yeah, we arrived at my cousin's childhood apartment. This is the area and the little playground here. We also used to play football there. And I love this narrow walk. Phew. Let's go again. Huge tree. Here is the stadium, and here's a thing. And I remember that I met so many new kids and her neighbors and stuff. They were all in this stadium, and we used to play a lot. It was so cool. And she would tell me like gossips and stuff that happened around their neighbors and stuff. So it was very enjoyable. Flowers. And now Easter is approaching here, so everybody's trying to prepare. And there is this thing like natural color paint, and you paint eggs with it. It's called endro. I have no idea how it's in English. But you just and you dye these eggs in dark red because the color of the Jesus' blood. So do you see my piercing? So I got this piercing here on the second floor. It doesn't look really someone just waved. So I just got my piercing there. It doesn't look really fancy and stuff, but everything was fine and hygienic and everything. And I was 18, so this is like, yeah, I didn't do it's not on my here, but it's up there. So I still yet to how do you say, make a hole? Anyways. So this is the McDonald's. This is the McDonald's where we got drunk, the outside area. I remember that security arrived, and he was like asking us, "Hey, what's going on? What is happening?" And we were like, "Yeah, we're just chilling, and we're gonna have like a glass of beer, and we're gonna leave." So he let us stay there for a while to have some drink. So yeah. Very, very nice, memorable place. This building is called Sport, which is like sports hall, some sports event. Used to be held there during Soviets and even now. And recently, probably you know this Merab Dvalishvili and UFC fighters and future UFC fighters emerging. So now I was there, attended a fight there maybe a few weeks ago. It was interesting. If I find the footage, I will include in this video. So yeah, it was nice. I think MMA fighting and football is getting really popular among young generation in Georgia. So yeah, this sports building is still actively used for sports events, which is cool. We just arrived to Wendy's to take a seat for a little bit. And also nice view. So this is the building of Technical University, like Georgian Technical University. And again, when I was 18, my crush used to study here on architecture, and I just visited him while he wasn't aware. I mean, he was expected, but I didn't tell him the exact time. So I sneaked inside the building and I entered the auditorium, and he was busy doing this drawing and stuff. And it was cute. Yeah, that was memorable. I think it was one and only time that I entered this building. Yeah, it's memorable. And down there we have public broadcast TV building, but it's not active anymore. They changed their building.